We will be following few steps to import OVA into Proxmox. Welcome to another video of Proxmox. In this video, we will see how we can import OVA into your Proxmox environment. OVA is Open Virtual Appliance. These are pre-configured virtual machines, any ERP system, existing appliance on Oracle VirtualBox or VMware. Once you have already downloaded OVA, then the next step will be to import that into your Proxmox. And there are few steps that we have to follow. If you have missed the Proxmox tutorial, you can find the video here in the card above, or the link is here in the description below. First step is to get your OVA file. You can either download the appliance from any provider, or you can export it from your existing platform. Here is the blog that I created, and this contains all the steps. So first step is to download the OVA. Okay, here is the Open PPM Community Edition file that I have already downloaded, and this file is available to me here, Open PPM. I tested this on my VirtualBox, but now I need to import this Open PPM to my Proxmox. I'll be using WinSCP to upload this file. So this was the first step to upload the Open ppm.ova. So in my Proxmox server, you can see 134 VMs are created. I'll be creating 135 VM for my installation. So first of all, the file is already uploaded into my OVA import folder. So I'll be going back here to putty. Let me increase the size of this so that you can see it clearly. If you see here, this is my root folder, and if I see the files here, I can show you here that OVA import is the folder here in my root directory. So I'll be going to OVA_import. Here is my file Open PPM. I need to extract this file, so I'll be using a command called tar and then X, V and F. X means extract, V means information of the extraction, and file means the file name. And then I'll be doing Open ppm.ova. If you can see, these are two files. One is the disk, another is Open PPM Community OVF. So I'll be renaming these two files. So I'll be again going here, refresh the WinSCP server side, and now I'll be changing its name Open PPM. The source file is here. I can delete that, but I'll keep that for my future installations. Now I have here Open ppm.ovf. Using this file Open ppm.ovf, I'll be creating the virtual appliance or a virtual machine. So I'll be using a command called qm, where qm is QEMU or quick emulator, that is being used for the open source virtual environment. And then I'll be importing the OVF file. So I'll be choosing command import OVF. And then of course I will give the name that, okay, from this particular import OVF file, what virtual machine I want to create. So I want to create virtual machine, and I want to give it a name called 135, because in my list I have created up to 134. So I'll be creating 135 number now. And depending upon your installation, you can choose either 135, 136, 101, whatever is available. I'll be choosing the file which is Open ppm.ovf, and finally where exactly I want to store this particular VM. And I have a storage called Proxthin. In this Proxthin storage, I'll be creating my VM. Proxthin, the format that I'll be using, I'll be choosing format, and QCOW is a command, in fact, which is for quick emulator copy on write, and digit 2 means mapping between logical and physical blocks. I'll be entering this command now. It has given me an error that invalid host resource disk. We have not imported the disk yet. We have just imported the VM, and it must have created a VM with this particular name 135. So we will be going back to our Proxmox, and we'll see if 135 is created. You can see here 135 VM is created right now, and if you see here, its RAM is 2 GB, processor is 1. It has automatically chosen the required hardware specification for this. But if you look at hardware, there is no virtual disk right now. We will be importing the virtual disk. In my first command, we imported the OVF file, but in this particular command, we'll be importing the disk. I'll show you right now. We have Open PPM VMDK. Command again will be QM and import disk, and my appliance number was 135. And now I'll be choosing the file name which I want to use. So this is my Open PPM VMDK. I'll be using this Open ppm.vmdk. And then finally, where I want to store this disk, what is my local storage. So I'll be using local LVM. If you see here, this is my local LVM. So the local logical volume is here. So I'll be importing my disk here. So it should appear here. and its format is again QCOW, and its digit is 2. Here I enter the command here, so it will start importing the disk. So you can see the progress here. Okay, now you can see here successfully imported disk as unused 0 to local LVM, and the VM is 135 disks 0. If I go to local LVM, I refresh this, so you can see here 135 disk is available here in raw format, and if I take you to 135, disk is already available now here. So I'll be just double clicking here, add this disk, that's it. Now you can see that hard disk ID 0 is attached to VM 135. I'll be just starting this VM now, start, and I can see the progress from the console. Now you can see here, I'll just go to my VM and options, double click the name, and it is Open PPM. That's it. Now my VM name has changed. I'll just refresh it, and you can see here 135 is now Open PPM. Don't you think this was very easy to import OVA into Proxmox? Now I need to make sure that I do the regular backups of this VM into my backup server. So I'll show you how we can do that. So if you see here right now, every Thursday my VMs are being backed up. If I go to my data center backup, and you can see every Thursday I'm taking the backups, but I'll be adding specifically this particular machine for the backup. So here is my 135. Email notifications on failure only. Only Friday I want to take the backup, not on Saturdays. And start time is 12 o'clock midnight and includes selected VM, which I have already selected. And that's it. Now I have created this schedule, so on every schedule this backup will be running. In this video we have seen how we can create a VM from OVA file, and we have seen how we can extract that and then create a VM from the configuration file, and then how we can import the VMDK into your existing VM, how we can attach that disk to your VM, and then we started the VM, it worked fine, and then we scheduled a backup. If you have any comments, suggestions or feedback, or if you need any help, or if you want me to cover any specific topic related to Proxmox in next coming videos, please let me know through the comment section below, or you can send me email directly also and I can reply you back. See you in next video with more Proxmox tutorials. Take care and goodbye. For more insights, watch the related video. Before you go, click the subscribe button to subscribe to my channel and avoid missing any latest videos.